looks like we're live. And I want to do a special live stream. Hopefully, all the Daniel Constantine. Hopefully, you can hear this. You're a beta tester of this live stream. If you can hear it, just put a little thing in the chat there. Uh, I always not paranoid whether the audio and video is working. You can help me out. Yeah. I want to do this live stream. I just finished all the pencils with spirit film on the floor. And I started this January 14th. So we've got February, March, April, May, and February, March, April, May. So 4 months. It feels like it's been a and yeah, February, so January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, so it's 4 months. February, March, April, May. So I've been working on these pencils. Um, all 28 pages. And I'm so excited to have been able to finish this marathon of an art project. Yeah, I had to do something to celebrate from doing a live stream on the I'm going to go page by page and indulge myself and tell you whatever thoughts come to my mind. This one, I really wanted to do this radio book. I was reading this book, the DC Comics Guide to Writing Comics, and he's got a section here on how it's important to open our action. Yeah, I have a video on where we go through this book later, and expect what be the reason. The idea is open on action, or at least open on tension. Establish the concept very well, open on concept. So I did this, and I also had the layout part of it. Um, so they'll just pointing at the bad guy, and because of the diagonal layout of the building here with the large figure guy, and so he's larger physically and figuratively. And they'll straight away go right for it. It's been through the issues. She's got a lot of anger to the point regarding the crimes that our bad guy committed. She smacked that guy. And he goes, well, proportions are quite right here. You could be bigger, but I'll see if in Photoshop I can cut around. I like the pose. I might be able to just kind of blow them up a bit. I do that previously. But that's page one, starting January 14, 2026. And 3 days later, I started page two. So it took about 3 days to get a page. Turn around the page off. So here, you go to flying, and there's a pretty cool standoff with the panel here. I was using a lot of Ridge Thread Steam Titan. So he does a lot of this kind of thing. So I finished that technique and goes right. And it the first page we had Brazilian forward and higher, or forward but higher. And here and here she establishes her dominance. She's higher than the villain, which sets up uh, the power play, power dynamic of these. Um, and here she goes for another hit, but he has to stay on. Page two, I drew this guy here, that I thought turned out pretty good. It took me quite a while to get this right, the perspective. I really wanted to do that for Portman, and I wanted to just do a repeat because the gag is he's about to shoot end the conflict. He's about to shoot the giant guy, the giant monster, right? But as soon as he goes to do that, the giant mule is up behind him. That's another story altogether. And this is inspired from the scene from Alien. And the alien is trying to snap at Ricky as she's in the SA suit. She's pulling away. It's kind of like sort of based on that. There's a reference to the classic horror movie, Alien. Yeah. So the monster here casts a spell from his spell book, and this is establishes why he calls that book when it go. And it's out of the book and his ice, which cuts our our advantage and all that stuff. But, I took this to the shop and he saw the colors, the blue, the red, and he said, "Oh, it's 3D." So, in case you don't know the reason you want to do red, is before I put down pencils, I use my red and or my blue and sometimes my green and purple, and I just like put down loosely. I try to get the proportions right, the size, figures and all that, and I um, then I kind of make a mess. Like rough pencils, and then I go in if I ask for pencils. I use the H for the most part, and using H pencils for the most part. Put down pencils for the colors, and then when I scan this in Photoshop, I just give me all colors. And then you can see the red and the blue. Uh, I was get to my live stream. Was like this was yeah. All right. Welcome those board, by the way. Hope you're having a good day. I just finished penciling the pages, and I just wanted to celebrate somehow sharing with people what I've done. Another bunch of vertical panels, George Bryce style. There's a girl, woman, presumptuously believing she can easily, she's knows what the extent of her powers are. He can simply fly off and solve this problem of them being cut in ice. Um, but he's stronger than what she expected. She just took her down. That's it. There's always these pretty close around the sky. There's a mystery about why that is. Why the last three issues are just keep that clearly hovering around, and that gets solved uh, at the end of the book. There's four here around January 30. So it's been 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, do 4 days. No, sorry, 5 days. Um, rather, yeah, about 2 weeks on starting this January 30. All my pages and Amazon, and I paid them. So basically, here it's established. It's not going to be so easy to get out of this situation. So, Randy Davis has got a long shot plan. The monster asks that they be taken, that he be taken to the source of the valley residents, the lowlanders, met, and they says, "Well, I'll take you where I'm at because where it's he's got by the plan." The monster grabs Dave's shotgun. He puts together his best weapon. He's ready to more hard for it. Dave is cuffed. Straight goes cuffed. Dave is disarmed and bad spot. So how will the hero get out of this? Because he's taken off as slaves of this monster, going to the power line. And this layout here, the way the panel's going, I took that out of the Dave Sin comic book I was using to. I thought it was a really cool layout, so I just changed it up today. Just try it, see how does it go. I like it. It's I'm experimenting, trying to learn stuff. Period of rest, time of rest, um, and David's spiritual misery. It's some sort of plan to get out of the predicament, but monsters are there with their doctrine behind the back that you type API to make it fall up their eyes. It hurts more. Standard 9 panel grids, the bottom panel of this. Uh, Page 8, February 15th, and almost a month to do your big pages. And that's about an hour and a half, or 1 to 2 hours a day, probably averaging an hour and a half. So, 8 pages in a month, for averaging 6 days a week. It is uh, 4 times 5 is 30. So we got uh, it's what everything 30 times 45 hours. You 8 pages, like 45 divided by 8, taking about 6 hours a page. So conceivably, I could do this full time. I could pencil a page a day. Um, and it takes a couple hours. So conceivably, assuming, I wouldn't cramp up and that I could, I wouldn't get sick and all that. I could conceivably do a page a day. Well, Wolf gets caught in his trash and stops here, and now now's your chance. While he's distracted, splits, separates the monster from the magic that so you can't have magical control over them. And this is the breaks free of the ice. And this is gonna, I'm gonna turn this into the cover. I'll just grab this and Photoshop, and I'll just blow it up. Or this might just go straight like this. And I'll put it down lower, and then you have the yo-yo at the top. So just takes two pages of the page, top third, and it came through the logo and stuff. The bottom third, bottom two thirds. I'll just grab that image, put it on the cover. I took it to a comic book show you that I asked them are the best images that their favorite images are, get an idea of how I yeah what could be pretty to cover. Um, it's agreed it's the best method. And it'd be super it's perfect for your lyrical only if you will. And with that, yeah, I do sound effects. I'm going to cut that up fully fast and fully fast out get it behind there's the made it pop out of the ice shard in the contrast. It was a pretty good page. I like that. No panels, it's all uh, a flow of image. I didn't split them up in panels. And it's really fun to draw. There's costumes and stuff, especially, and you see it all. Here's going to show off its wind powers. And I have big conversation here. And build up as like the three lines behind them. There's manga inspired energy glass. Great. And speaks we go back to Crazy Dave versus the Dire Wolf and the Wolves. That's out of the way. Crazy's down. I enjoyed drawing different kinds of trees. That was fun. Both books that hitting to each other in the justice. Um, oh, usually blast. Anything like sound really. Then I don't know if you've ever seen atom bomb test footage that's filmed from really far away. The sound blast um, comes at you even far away. You see it from space. It's if you get a bit you can follow it with your eye. And then these bombs, and boom, it's uh, going through that. Yeah, there's there's a hole in the ground here, hitting each other, and they're gonna have like monologue each other kind of. And so, yeah, I was just super. I could not see that. But here it shows off, really shows off his skin powers. He starts like creating a big tornado. Yeah, she's like, oh, poof, gets sucked into the. Welcome aboard, everybody. Thanks for watching. We celebrate helping me all the Facebook pages I drew over the past 4 months. I took it to the shop and they like this. Like they do a tornado from the top of the tornado and you can see inside the tornado. You see Spirit Girl getting tossed around and yeah, just hit with like a piece of debris. I'm gonna go back to fence with the lawnmower debris there. He grabs the log and comes out of there after tossing he's all busted up. Got a black eye. Two double page spread, no, why not? Just my comment. You do how many I want. I think this page really turned out good. Good fight scenes there. You view from above because you got Dave and your priest, so he's looking down on guys. He's gonna have a word the plot bubble here. He's gonna slam. He's like a total wrestling take for him. Wow. Kicks you in the stomach. He's really uh, getting wet for him. Beat up really bad. And he got a piece and steel fashions it into a spear. He's about to kill her. Oh, look at this, Ranger Dave. Just took up his sleeve and had the monster man took his shotgun, but he's a forest ranger, he's always prepared. He had a flare gun. He's still there. Shoots the flare at he just hits the eye of the flare. What was fun at the comic shop, I didn't tell him anything about it. And we were able to follow the story, follow the action. Um, most important thing is clarity. It seems like I pulled that off. But here's Spirit Girl. She got beat up, but he's getting up, shaking it off, while the monster is distracted with by a flare in his eye. This is her signature move. That's the throwing things. Grab things, throws them far away. That's her thing. I like this stuff. Can you guys hear? Yeah. See? That. You know, this exaggerates this homing egg. Yeah. Also, this has there's getting on enough. Yeah. Everybody, yeah, had to do that. Emphasis on the pulling them into the power line means getting electrocuted all day. Anyway, poof. And they've had enough. Using lawful good characters, but there aren't any laws against killing monsters. That's shocking. Shoot the guy. It's the firewall. He thinks that this working on it has a bit of a emotional, dramatic consequences to it. He did something that he may not have used it, but perhaps realizes that because of an inevitable situation. This is the aftermath. In full top, I'm going to put power lines here, but it's just so hard to keep that lowest spot feeding despite because cheated. I did my best, as you can see. I tried, but I erased it. I must have it an hour back, but maybe even more. Day 25, gaming mode. Yeah, again, trying on all the rules of conventions, all the conventions, the lady. And yeah, so uh, at the police station, there's Bill Pick and Jane. Sends them to the police as they both agree, and they meet at the police station. That's her first appearance of this girl Spaniel at the Harry Bear police station. It's not a police station, it's called the um, phone launch, police area. Bit of world building there, before he signing to back there. And that's her brothers, so they have a bit of a teasing relationship here. And his appearance, is not as important in terms of supporting characters disappearing. There's Urbane Smith. Urbane is a sort of a sheriff, detective type position in this fictional universe. And his girl flying off over the small things that are there. And that's this page, big page, 25, page 25. A lot of post appearances, quite 26. You cut to the clothes. Oh, look at that. The clothes flying off the biscuit. Where are they going? Ooh, in the tavern of the big bad guy, the cousin of Stormhand, which has been good. Lost kind of his identity. So they're going to normally look for the town and it's a bum bum bum. You know, those who take this town, then we take over the world. And there is an additional story, a little battle story, which I will not show to you because, you can only gotta keep something for the book. Three P's. I mean, I told you everything. Three P's for the external backup story. It's actually important that this be, um, that's it. 28 pages. I figured 26. There's two extra pages story. Yeah, two extra pages of story. The book's 32 pages. So That's included the front and back cover. So that's 29 and 30. So there's going to be two pages. The front and side cover are pointed. So add. I haven't decided what it's going to be yet. The back cover is going to have a crossword puzzle like last time. But before all that, here's the next step. Is in well, makes here's a feeling that every time you together, you get high contrast. I'm going to do experimenting for a while before starting to do things because I want to experiment with few different tools to decide what's the best tool to use, right? Get two different options here. Okay? So we'll see uh, what are the best ways of getting the fine detail. So because inking takes less time than penciling, I get less practice at it. So I take time between penciling and starting the inking to practice anything. And to get my best approach. Let me see. Yeah. And then we'll try out our hand at coloring. I'll get some ideas on how to do that. And see how it goes. Thank you for taking the time to look at this. Excuse me. I appreciate it and hope you have a great weekend. Bye bye. Unless you guys have questions, I'm really thankful. I don't know if they're like some people pop in and out kind of thing. So I see some people in that, but I think they are popping in and out. Only really so they're gonna have that. So hopefully my audio works. I've tried these before and the audio is just no idea. Okay, I think that's it. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.